Right, the garden path is finally going in. Do I know what I'm doing? No. As usual, we're winging it. I think I've chosen the easiest version of a garden path to install. That being said, 9 times out of 10, I usually eat my words. But why don't we just get started? Because it's time, it needs to happen, and we're just gonna do it. Just gonna rip it out. Where's my spade? Okay, so what I'm using is this aluminium metal edging. It has a height of 44 millimeters and it's 2 meters long. They also sell this in 3 meter lengths, but that wouldn't have been able to fit in my car and I would have had to get it delivered to my house, which is also an option, but I just wanted to take it home straight away so I could start working. So there were 2 options for brands that Flower Power had. I went with the Link because the metal is a lot more flexible. The other brand that they had, Rhino, is slightly cheaper, but it doesn't bend as well. And the path that I've marked out it's windy. So anyway, that's something to think about. I ended up getting this one because it was easier to manipulate. It's really easy to work with. I don't know why I felt so intimidated to get started on this path. Now, here's the thing. We don't actually want this footpath going all the way to the murder laundry. We call this the murder laundry because I honestly believe that outhouses, old sheds, old laundries is where serial killers live. It doesn't scare me to go in there nearly as much as it used to, but we're still calling it the murder laundry. This footpath, I think we're just gonna have it end about right here, and then, excuse this, I'm just drying them out, but we're gonna put, I think what we're gonna do is put stepping stones right up to the edge. So this path is gonna finish maybe around here. I was gonna take it out a little bit further, but I don't know, I might actually have it finish where that cardboard finishes, and then we're gonna put stepping stones to the laundry. And then, I don't know, I can leave the weedy grass to grow around the stepping stones. I could use dichondra. I have always wanted to grow dichondra in between the stepping stones. I don't know. It was just, we need a little bit more of a thoroughfare to get kind of like the lawnmower out. But anyway, yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna have this as the main pathway through the garden, and then we're gonna have like little tangent paths made of stepping stones kind of coming off that main pathway. They'll lead to the house, to the back shed, to the murder laundry. We can have stepping stones go further into the garden beds, so we've got a bit of footroom when we're working on plants that are deeper in the garden beds, that kind of thing. What am I doing? What am I doing? I think, do I want to use the full length of that's actually not too bad. All right, hang on. Because I don't want the full length of the edging, I am wondering if I just cut it off here. Can I do that? I could overlap it like that, but I think that might look really maybe not. I think it's much of a muchness. It'd look tidier like that. All right, I've got extra. Okay, let's just see. Can I cut it with some wire cutters? No, don't even try. Can you saw aluminium with a handsaw? So I have this. It's not really designed to cut aluminium. All right, so you know what I'm gonna do because I'm lazy. I'm actually gonna overlap it. It might look a little untidy, but it might not be too bad. Is that gonna fit? Maybe the screw won't fit. No, it'll fit. It'll fit. Yeah, it'll fit. That's not the worst thing ever. It's not my favorite. Ooh. Okay, That's not terrible. It's not. I'm essentially doing the same thing with the edging along this side too. I'm overlapping it. This one has a greater margin of overlap, so, but that works fine. Well, maybe I've put this in the wrong spot. Maybe you want to keep it a little bit more. Yeah, there.
For what it's worth, that's a good amount.
I think enough for 3.
That's a good amount. I'd prefer more.
The cardboard here felt about right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. Okay, that's about right. Okay, so a few little tweaks, stuff like this. I think I just need to neaten up a little bit. And then I think I need to pull that bit in that's leading up to the wooden planks. That just needs to come in just a touch. The only other thing is that we kind of get stuff happening like this, where there's a little bit of a gap, but I guess I can just backfill that with some soil. Oh, and look, yes, the dreaded onion weed, my nemesis from the previous garden. But this is all gonna get smothered again. I'm gonna put another layer of cardboard all along here. And then I think we might be done with the edging. Yeah, where did my hammer go? Right, that's a bit better, don't you think? I think that's fine. Doesn't need to be perfect. That's the other thing I forgot to mention. Per 2 meter length, they actually recommend about 3 of these pegs at the minimum. I've been using about 4, and I think I'm gonna just add a few more here and there. Because the path is so curvy, the extra pegs help hold the shape a little bit better. I am gonna have to get some dirt in there. That looks so much better. So much better. Okay, I just wanted to talk about these stakes really quickly. This is the original size of the stake that comes with the edging. Actually, with this particular brand, you need to buy this separately. I don't know why. With other brands, you can buy the peg, the edging, and the connectors all together. Not with Link. You gotta pay for them separately. I don't know. So that's the original size, but I got these ones. They're super long, so they'll stake into the ground a little bit deeper. Ordinarily, if you're just kind of making straight lines with the edging, this isn't necessary. Something like this would do the job, especially if your soil is a little bit more compacted. Because I've been gardening and working the soil, the first layer of soil is kind of a little bit loosish and then it gets compact. But the reason why I'm actually really glad that I got this length is because the edging is curved. And so this just kind of stakes into the ground a lot deeper and will hold that curve a little bit better. Does that make sense? Anyway, so that's what these long ones are really good for. I mean, these might have been fine, but I don't know. I just feel a little bit more secure with these, given the shape of the path that I'm trying to make. I just spent a little bit of time readjusting the outer edge of the footpath just because it was like getting a little bit narrow in some areas. The footpath is approximately 80 centimeters in width, so I just rejigged it to kind of like make that consistent all the way through. we're doing a second layer of cardboard just to get areas like this that are really weedy, just because it's 4 centimeter edging and we won't have that thicker layer of mulch. So I just want to make sure those weeds are suppressed. Hello?
Hello. Oh, wow.
It looks good, huh?
Looks great.
I really like it. Should I just get some more of this and it's
Yes.
done?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Whoops, the camera overheated in the middle of winter, believe it or not. So here's where we're at. Originally, I was thinking decomposed granite or gravel. Number one, mulch really is the most cost-effective option. DG and gravel are generally slightly more expensive. Secondly, we felt that mulch tied in a little bit better to the overall look of the garden because there's lots of trees, it's very cottagey. I mean, gravel could have worked, but again, cost-effective, blah, blah, blah. So the mulch that we're testing out right now is cypress mulch. There's no dye in it, the color is natural. It does have a reddish tinge to it, but I do think that the color is gonna fade the more weathered it gets. I really like the look of it. I think if I were gonna do a gravel version, I was just looking at some red scoria actually, and I thought that if we did do a gravel version of this footpath, I'd probably wanna try the red scoria. Decomposed granite, we were just worried about the runoff when it rains. There's a lot of dust with DG, and DG sort of lends itself a little bit more towards the desert look, which is what I thought I wanted maybe, because we do have our cactus collection in the design. But Tim and I were talking about it and we just kind of decided that it just wasn't the right look for the garden. So I got one bag to test out the look and I think I like it, so we're just going to fill the rest of the path with that cypress mulch. Cypress mulch is also termite resistant, if that's a thing. It's the finer mulch as well, so it could decompose over time, which I'm not too worried about because like this whole garden is temporary for us anyway. And I guess if we don't end up liking it, it'll be easier to dispose of. So I'm gonna head out now and grab more bags of mulch. We tossed around the idea of buying the mulch in bulk, but I don't think that we need that much. You can order half a cubic meter or a cubic meter. I just don't think that we're gonna need that much. So it's not a big pathway. It's only 4 centimeters thick. I'm also gonna have a look at some stepping stones. You know how I mentioned that earlier? Yeah. Ooh! That took so long. I was just driving around to all these different stores trying to find the right stepping stones. I've only got like an hour of daylight left to get the rest of this path done, and I really want to get it done today, so I'm gonna have to hurry.
and bide my time. Spend a lifetime looking for somebody to give me love like you. Now you told me that you wanna leave me, darling. I just can't let you, baby. Now that I found you, I can't let you go. I put my world around you, I need you so, baby. Even though you don't need me, you don't need me.
Okay, I think this is good. So we open the door, come here. I think that's pretty good. And then come round and round and round and round. And then we're at the top of the path. So a couple more things need to happen. There's still a few gaps in the path that I need to fill with mulch. You would have seen as we were walking up there. And the stepping stones need to be sealed, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't rain. I mean, if it does, there's nothing I can do about it. But that's what I'm going to try and get done this afternoon. No idea if you can, can you... What just happened? There you go, tangent pathways. So these are where the stepping stones are. And we'll put more throughout the garden bed, but yeah, that's what we've got for now. Pretty freaking happy. And then up again. Yes. Oh my God, I'm sweating. All right, just a couple of things that I wanted to point out. This part of the path ends quite abruptly. This is the part leading to the murder laundry. What I was thinking of doing, I mentioned this before, but I was thinking of growing dichondra around it. Dichondra is an Australian native plant. It's a ground cover. A lot of people use it for no-mow lawns. So I could kind of let that grow around the stone and sort of bleed into the path. Those are my thoughts at the moment anyway. The other option was that we put like a wooden block and have a definitive end to the path. And then the stepping stones would be on the other side of that. Thoughts, theories, queries? I'm asking you. The stones that I've chosen are Basque in ebony. I mean, do you want me to link everything below? I can link everything below. I like that the stones are a different color to the path. I like that they're different to any of the other hardscapes and structures in the garden. You'll be able to see them really clearly once the grass or the dichondra or whatever grows around it. I mean, I feel like they work a little bit like an accent color. And I can continue to play on that throughout the garden. Okay, now, the cypress mulch. Here's why I think it works well for me. The terracotta red-orange color of the path sits opposite to all the blues and greens that we've got going on in the garden. They are literally the opposite sides of the color wheel, so they kind of make each other pop. Because so much of the garden was just a sea of blue and green with no real defining features, it was good to drop something in the middle of the garden that kind of gave the beds a little bit more of a structure. I also wanted a curved path because windy paths encourage exploration. If you think about a city, all the roads are straight. Well, that's not true. If you think of a modern central business district, the streets and the roads tend to be straight because it's all about getting from A to B. Curved paths, windy paths, circular paths kind of encourage meandering, exploration. I think if you go to old cities in Europe, like you know how they have like the old part of town, there's more like little alleyways, narrow streets, winding streets as well. Doesn't it feel exciting when you're walking along a path like you're about to discover something? I think it's exciting. All right, that's it for now. So it's goodbye from me and the new path. Have a great weekend or a great week whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one.